How about a 16?
16 will hit.
Yay!
Wow, it worked out in our favor for once. How unusual.
Just a warning, I'm hearing thunder, so if I drop out.
Oh, I'm meleeing. I gotta remember that too. That's 12 fire and 8 piercing.
Okay. And this cloak catches fire and burns up. Adrex,
Yes.
I need you to make 2 separate percentile rolls, please.
Okay. Metal is 10s. 93.
93. And what's the other one?
43.
The cloak catches fire and vanishes, burns up. The longbow essentially just evaporates into just this cloud of mist. The 2 black orbs hanging in the air drop to the ground, and one of them shatters. Moving or staying put?
Huh. Still this guy?
Still that guy. If you attack him with a ranged weapon, I'm going to impose... he's going to have partial cover.
No. Run on in.
Okay.
Third. Can I break out? Actually,
Can you do what?
can I break out my action like that? I guess I could.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
that makes sense.
You
I
could
didn't
in
know
older
those.
editions, because older editions were terrible.
23 to hit.
That'll hit.
And this is just the silver. 4. I'm going to use my feet. Allows me to tell you what it does. Because I keep
the
forgetting
tracker?
that I have. I keep forgetting that I have it. Forget it. That's 9 slashing.
9 slashing damage.
I have all of the things. Sure.
And what was that attack with? The Famor still?
No, that was a silver sword. Silver log.
Okay, gotcha. And yeah, you got this one pinned in the center of this hallway. He's just kind of straddling this murder hole that's overlooking the passage below. That's going to bring us to Vindy.
Savage attack.
okay.
That's what it's called. I'll remember that for next time.
Is there any way to push my way in here?
There's kind of nowhere for you to stand. I'll let you trade places with Adrex, but he'll be leading
No,
the creature
it's good. I'm gonna
skirmish.
break out my whip.
Okay.
I'm gonna whip this boy.
Okay, I'm going to give him partial cover because Adrex is standing in the way.
Adrex is kind of always.
Is he always in your way? Is that the problem?
Adrex is in everyone's.
It's like a dog. Like he shows up underneath your foot when you're trying to walk. That's a 15 to hit.
15 will not hit. Or dogs, in my case. Both of my dogs do it.
Both of your dogs like to get under you.
That's another miss.
No miss. Edgar always makes it look like it's your fault. Like, Rydia slinks away. She's like, okay, I shouldn't have walked there. So yeah, you hear the whip crack, and the cloak just kind of tatters out of the way. Are we moving or staying put?
I'll stay put.
Staying put. We're going to bring us to my dudes.
It is Wednesday.
He's got nowhere to move. Okay.
Wednesday is for the dudes.
Okay. He's going to disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40. And the cloak catches the air and slips out this arrow slit. And not a few moments later reemerges through this one.
That's tricky.
Birdie and Windy are not dodging, correct?
No.
All right, and Windy is billowing those. So let's fire one shot at each of them. Let's start with Birdie. Birdie, I have a 22 to hit you.
Hang on.
Yeah,
Did he leave my threat range?
He disengaged.
Sentinel.
Sentinel. Next time you're gonna
Yeah.
want to say that when he's actually moving.
Yeah.
So we don't move on
Yeah,
with the
my
game.
bad.
Go ahead and do it. But this is your birthday and Christmas present.
That's fair. That's gonna hit. Yeah.
Man, that range is moving down.
That's 5 slashing, 6 cold, and a level 1 spell charge. That's going to be 7 thunder damage.
Okay. I need you to roll 2 percentile dice.
Okay.
Two sets of percentile dice, rather.
19. 4.
And the 2 orbs hit the ground, and both of them shatter. One of them actually falls through the trap door and shatters on the ground below.
What happens down there?
What happens down there? You're not looking down the trap door. You're standing in this doorway over here. All right, let me... I'm going to have to go back up to floor 3 here. So we're going to save floor 2. We're going to go up to floor 3. Red, you can place yourself on the stairs that you just went down, if you don't mind. Get rid of these. Let's get the initiative order right here. That looks good.
Oh shit!
I
Sorry.
heard that
That's
thunder.
loud, Nodal.
That was amazing.
It's
rain.
making your mic hot now.
Okay. Save floor 3. Get floor 2 back out. Alright, so one of my dudes is going to come down this stairway to here. The other one's going to come down this stairway to here. Let's fire at Birdie and Windy again. Birdie. Nat 20. Windy. I have a 10 to hit Windy.
Nah.
He didn't have to disengage, so this is going to hurt Birdie a lot. Which I think is great. But I think Birdie's going to think it's less great.
Yeah, Birdie.
I probably deserve it, so it's fine.
$28 points of piercing damage from this arrow.
Ooh.
As he flutters down the stairs and over to this corner so he can get a good shot at you. And the arrow cuts deep, and for a second you're worried about how you're going to get it out of this wound. This is a mortal wound, but you realize the arrow's not actually sticking out. The blood is just pouring forth. Let's see if I can get the same thing here. Red is actually through the doorway, so let's just fire at Raazu a bunch of times. He also didn't disengage. These are some pretty hideous rolls. Raazu, I got a 10 to hit.
Nah.
And I got a 9 to hit.
Nah.
So you hear the clatter as these 2 arrows impact your armor, and you feel the impact, but they don't pierce through, and the arrows vanish afterwards.
Try again for a copper.
Can I have one of those rolls instead of that 20?
No. I think it's funny to kill the rogue. Because rogues are always like, herp derp, I'm in the back, nobody attacks me. And that's going to bring us back to Raazu.
Raazu is not going to appreciate getting sniped at. And she's going to...
Birdie got sniped at way worse.
I mean, that's fair, but...
It's Birdie, nobody cares. Not even Birdie cares.
You said it, not me. I'm going to close to that guy, crack the whip at him.
Okay.
That is only a 13 to hit, but I will use my saving face feature because I assume that all of my allies can see me.
For certain definitions of the word see.
That turns it into a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
For 6 slashing, 2 cold, and what the heck? We'll put a level 1 spell charge on it.
Okay.
Ooh, 23 thunder damage.
Nice.
Plus if it happens to be undead, another 6. Sorry to throw all that at you.
I got it. And the thunderclap rings out, shakes the towers, and bits of snow actually fall in through the various arrow slits as you're shaking loose the pent-up snow on the outside. The good news now, everybody knows you're in these towers, because that was extremely loud. Holy shit, what have I done here? Where did all these come from? We don't need all these.
Oh, wow.
That's funny. Raazu, moving or staying put?
That's actually only 1 attack, so I'm going to go ahead and give him another one if he's still standing.
He's still standing.
I was going to say they all joined the battle. All of our clones.
That actually would be a great, if chaotic, mini thing to do in the D&D. Just have like
17 to hit.
17 will hit.
Yeah, okay.
Just have
I need to
some
pace myself because there's probably more of these guys all about. That is going to be 5 slashing, 5 cold damage.
Okay. And yeah, your whip rings out. And where both of his arrows fail to find a mark, your whip does not make the same mistake. And you're just ripping his cloak to tatters.
Yep.
And you're staying put there?
Still up?
He's still up.
Okay, yep. I'm going to end my turn there.
Okay, that's going to bring us to Birdie.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to just walk up and I'm going to stab this guy.
Okay.
That'll be a 16.
16 will hit.
Okay, this is with my my cold dagger. I'm missing a D4, so that's... That is 8 piercing and 2 cold. And offhand attack with my short sword is a 27.
27 will hit.
For 6 damage.
For 6 damage. And the short sword is just a regular short sword, yes?
Correct.
Okay. And this time, both of your knives find purchase in this creature. And you're standing very close to it with a gaping arrow wound in your chest.
Right.
And you saw him just fly out the arrow slit. You're pretty sure he could fly into that wound. That would be really gross.
Wait, what?
What? I didn't say nothing. Moving or staying put?
I'm going to cunning action disengage.
Okay.
And
this particular square is going to count as difficult terrain because there's a trapdoor there and you're not flying.
All right. 20, 25, 30.
So you're running to this other one over here?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah, he's there. Now you guys are boxed in.
Haha.
Stand here.
The tables have turned.
Ha! The turns of table.
So you're taking up position in this doorway?
Right.
Okay, this doorway is not going to obstruct anybody firing through because you're a small creature.
That's fine.
That's going to bring us to Mr. Red. Is it Mr. Red or Master Red? I'm not really sure how the...
Nick Red.
Nick Red?
Depends on who's addressing him.
Okay, so let's go ahead and move to here.
Okay.
And then let's stab this guy with Kraken Priest Dagger.
Let's do it.
Level and armor class of 27.
That's good.
What's going on with that die?
I don't know
Actually,
why
I
all
guess
the dice
technically I
are so
don't know
small.
what's going on with this tiny D4. For a total of 37 damage.
And roll 2 sets of percentile dice, please.
Metal is 10s. First one is a 49.
Okay.
The second is a 10.
10, and both of the obsidian orbs shatter upon impacting the floor. In fact, I probably should put a mark on the floor where the first one is. Just in case it becomes important, you know? Know what I mean?
I don't think it's important.
And the cloaked archer is no more. Are we moving or staying put? What about this guy?
You're muted, Destil.
Wendy gets advantage on her first attack against that one as a bonus action, and then the rest of my movement gets me to there.
Okay, no problem. That's going to bring us to Adrex.
Brick wants these obsidian. No. All right. I'm gonna stab him.
Okay,
Stab him.
do it.
I am.
Stop talking about it and doing it.
I'm gonna do it. 13 to hit, which doesn't.
Doesn't hit.
Second attack. 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
Cool. 4. You know what? I'm gonna savage attack her. Once per turn, when you roll damage for a melee weapon attack, you can re-roll the weapon's damage dice and use either token. So that's 7 piercing fire, or something much better.
How do we
6 piercing and 11 fire. Let's use that one.
Okay.
It's a good feat.
God, when I'm actually meleeing and I remember I have it, yes.
And what are your other 7 attacks do?
Offhand weapon is a silver longsword for 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Khalil did a lot of savage attacker.
Man,
There's the goal. Always living in the past.
6 slashing.
6 slashing damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh. See, you give me so many weapons, I forget. I can actually do that. That's actually just my third attack. I do have a regular offhand attack, because I haven't used a bonus action yet.
You have not.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Nope.
And the offhand attack just it feels like you're raking across a curtain with your weapon. Moving or staying put?
I'm good.
You're good. That's going to bring us to Windy. Windy, you got advantage on your first attack against this guy.
Maybe I need.
All right.
It might interest you to know that my notes, when that kind of thing happens, say WADV. That stands for Windy Advantage.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a nice wad
Yeah,
on
sure.
this guy.
Got it. Go ahead and wad
And-
my Ghost Archer.
I'm gonna go in for a couple punches. A Garcher. In case maybe.
This 2's not going to do very good, but that 20.
That two's not gonna do very good. That crit is though.
Oh, you're rolling 1 attack. You're rolling an advantage.
Yeah.
So that 2 doesn't mean anything.
Nope.
What are you doing to my poor defenseless archer?
Your poor defenseless archer is going to get a couple of D8s once I do this. Whoops, nope, not that one. Give me 1 second, sorry. That. Almost revealed. Fog of War. Just a nice 12 magical slashing.
Okay.
And then a kick. For 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And another 8 magical slashing.
Very good.
And I'm good here.
Okay. It's going to bring us to my creatures, who is going to disengage from you. And fly in through this window here. and continue firing at Raazu.
Tricky.
Raazu, I've got a 16 to hit,
Nah,
and I have a 25 to hit.
that's more like it.
But it's used its bonus action to disengage, so we're looking at 6 points of piercing damage from the next arrow.
Okay.
And that's going to bring us back around to you.
Raazu closes and cracks her whip
Okay?
because I needed very specific positioning despite having a 10-foot reach. That's a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's a fart of a damage roll. That's a 6 slashing, 1 cold.
Okay.
Let's do that again.
It's a little better.
20. Yeah.
This is a big fight for crits. We've seen this,
Yeah.
like, what, the 4th crit we've seen?
We got another D4, another D6. Okay, so I got 4, 8 slashing,
Mm-hmm.
and 7 cold damage.
And roll me 2
Second
sets of percentile dice.
Op 5. 83.
83. And one of the obsidian orbs shatters upon hitting the ground. The other one just lands on the ground with a thunk. And what's next? This trapdoor is open, and now looking down, you just see the shattered remains of the other orb that fell down in the kind of muddy track snow. Steam is still kind of billowing up through the trapdoor, but at this point, the heat metal spell is starting to completely run its course.
What is there? Did anything escape from, or like any mist or anything goopy come out of that obsidian orb?
There's lots of just mist in the room because of the steam that's come in up through the trap and started to cool off. But the shattered orbs are just, looks like shards of broken glass laying on the ground.
Red, was there anything else upstairs?
Did that not go? Alright. Oh.
No, it did
just
not.
more of these guys.
Raazu nods and starts heading upstairs.
Okay, what's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna investigate one of these obsidian orbs.
What do you do?
First, I'm gonna just kind of blow air at it to see if it like moves.
And they're
I'm
tiny.
gonna follow Raazu.
They're, I mean, not to mince words, they're about the size of an eyeball.
Alright, I'll try picking it up.
And it just feels perfectly smooth in your hand and somewhat cold. You're not sure if it's intrinsically cold or if it's just the cold of the air has chilled it. But
Hey.
it seems perfectly smooth and somewhat ovuloid.
Hey, Birdie, what's this?
Birdie's like ignoring you for the moment. He's like pulling on Adrex's like arm, saying, "Hey," and he points his chest. He says, "Fix."
Adrex, there's a big arrow hole in Birdie's chests where the arrow went real deep.
Birdie says, "Ow."
Adrex makes a jerk-off motion.
No! Why are you in the fog of war? God damn it! I didn't roll that way.
What are you rolling? Why are you rolling?
Just- Medicine kit.
Okay.
Check.
Sure.
That is.
So how much does he get back?
He gets back 6 plus 10 plus your maximum number of hit dice.
Almost
That's,
all the damage.
that's maximum. Yeah, maximum rolling.
All right. So Adrex binds up the wound. Red, are you heading upstairs as well?
Yeah, I'm going with Raazu.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what are the three of you doing down here?
Birdie, this
Now-
looks magic. Should I eat this? What's this?
Just looks
Probably
like
should-
looks like a stone, and There's a considerable amount of light in the room because Adrex is holding a flaming sword.
Yeah.
He was still downstairs when the first one died. And the stone looks exactly the same, whether in light or shadow. It's like Venta black. It just looks like Wendy's holding a hole in the world. That's how black this thing is. It's eerily beautiful in its own way.
I'm gonna hold my tongue because I have a terrible idea that probably would get us all killed. So,
Wendy, Birdie doesn't tell you not to eat it.
yes, I do. I very specifically said do not eat it.
Okay.
That was the
I was
first
more
thing
just
I
trying to
said.
get Birdie's attention.
That was the very first thing I said.
He would kick it first.
He's like, oh shit, I already ate like 4 of them.
I'm gonna go and get the other one and just keep them in separate pockets for now, just in case they have some kind of horrible effect when they get together.
Okay.
And then I'll join the others upstairs.
Are you all going up the stairs over here in Tower 3?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
but Adrex will voice what is probably Birdie's thought, which is, I mean, if you want to put them in your eyes,
No.
shrug.
Okay.
That was-
You all are
is
now
that-
in Tower Room 13 here.
Is that both your magical and medical viewpoint?
Do not put the evil black orb in your skull. That is my professional opinion.
My medical opinion is, don't do that.
Not
My
to be
prof-
taken internally.
But my curiosity
news.
is strong.
And you can look out through the arrow loops and see the
Good
ravine.
news.
This area here is just a mess because it's all melted away now. The stone door is laying there. You can look out in the distance. You can see the place where you know that your cart is concealed. Looking through this arrow loop here, you can see this far tower over here. But you can't see into the arrow loop on this tower, only out of them.
So,
All right, so where is this giant lightning making thing?
You have no idea.
because I don't think we're on the top floor.
Yeah. Raazu's gonna. head
There's
that
no
way.
stairs up in 13. You've got to go back over to 11.
Yeah, Raazu will walk over this way with Birdie.
So, Adrex, medically speaking, what do you think would happen? You said don't take them orally. What about rectally? What do you think would happen then?
I don't know. I don't think Wendy should do that either.
Okay.
Are they like eyeball shaped?
Yes.
Yes.
That seems incorrect.
So we're all going up the next floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're having this discussion as we go up the stairs.
Okay.
We are actually role playing a Sorkin walk and talk. Yes.
I mean, that's fine. Let's increase the reveal range to about 4, I think is what I want. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So we'll give you all this space that you can easily see. Actually, from the top of this tower, you should be able to see this entire map. So we'll just do this. There's nowhere you can't see. You can look down into the courtyard. So about 20, maybe 30 feet below you is the roof of the keep. You guys have come up at tower number 4 here on the outer curtain wall. What you see is an enormous ballista. Except there's no ammunition to load it. Let me get the actual room description here. They're large black wood ballistas. Instead of ammunition, where you would load up, like with the kobolds that were firing at you, loaded up giant arrows into the ballista to fire. There's no mechanism to fire anything from it. In its place is a jeweled shaft inlaid with gemstones and precious metal, sitting in the place where a large ballista bolt would sit. It's capped at the end with a flawless glass lens. There is a golden clasp on the tip of the lens from which hangs a leather cap that can be used to cover up that end of the lens. Since this ballista was fired very recently, whoever fired it had removed that cap. Looking out, you can see where the curtain walls connect, and you can see other ballistas all along the walls. You see 2 stationed on the top of the keep, along with large catapults. I guess this room here I shouldn't have revealed. This is a small square room on top of the keep. In fact, screw you guys.
Oh,
There. How's that?
Oh no.
Rude.
it's so bright now.
You don't see any of the other creatures in or on any of the other towers yet. From here, looking down, you don't have a good view of the courtyard because the giant petrified tree is in the way. You can see if you look down over the top of the tower, you can see the guard dogs coming back around for their next patrol. You can also, if you look very carefully, you can see the land bridge I had to erase on the other maps.
So, these devices.
Mhm.
2 questions. One, how big is the part where presumably the lightning comes out?
It looks like
the middle shaft.
The jeweled shaft looks
Right.
like about the size of a standard ballista bolt. So relatively large and pretty heavy because it's got to have enough impact to pierce through something.
So what I'm hearing is that it's a wand bazooka. Right. Okay. And 2, like, what is the range of movement on these ballistas? Like, can we turn them to point? I don't know.
There's a handle on either side. What do you do with it? There's just like a blackwood handle that you can grasp with your hands.
So Birdie motions to Raazu, and he gets her to turn it this way, facing this way.
It takes a little doing, but it does in fact swivel in that direction.
Which
Okay,
direction did you point it? I'm sorry. Okay.
And
You see another mechanism up underneath, which allows you to move the structure up and down. And there's a large amount of range in all directions. You can swivel it around a full 360 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And because it doesn't need the far, like, I guess it's not really a counterweight, but the far back end, because you don't have to pull the bolt all the way back, it can be rotated so it's almost pointing directly overhead. You can't quite get it pointed directly above you, but from this vantage point, this weapon can pretty much hit anything in eyeshot.
Birdie,
Okay.
Do you think, Birdie, do you think you could rig this such that it can't be rotated anymore?
I mean, probably.
I mean, you're good with tools, and
I mean-
you're good at breaking things, so
Yes, that is my modus operandi.
It's not
I've-
moving magically. There's just a mechanism. All you'd have to do
No.
is destroy the mechanism.
Right.
yeah, that's why
Uh,
as Raazu's operating it, she's looking at it and saying, "I think you could do it this way." And
I let you make a Tinker Tools check if you want to destroy it in a way that you can, like, jigger it so it doesn't work unless you know how to make it work. Like, if you wanted
So-
to come back and fix it, I'd allow a check to do that.
Okay. So Birdie's just going, yeah, and he's trying to figure out how to fire this because he wants to shoot at this tower.
That
Make
is
an arc-
also
That's what.
that is also what Adrex is doing with this ballista very
But-
quietly. Is
okay.
trying to figure out how to fire it.
Adrex, examining this ballista virtually identically to what I just described, with the jeweled shaft, the leather cap is hanging off because it's been recently fired. Each of you make an individual Arcana check.
Meanwhile, Wendy's looking down at her hand and saying, "I wouldn't want to put any old thing in my eye." And she legend lures the eye. The stone that's shaped like a.
How much time does that take
10
when you
minutes.
cast that spell?
I have
No,
a
10
2
minutes.
10 minutes
I
spell?
completely forgot that.
Yeah, it's a 10-minute
Are
long
you taking
spell.
the 10 minutes?
I will if these two are playing with the ballistas.
Okay.
I got a 6 on that Arcana.
You got a 6 on that Arcana? That's
I got a 17.
And what did Birdie get?
25.
25. Adrex and Birdie. Looking at the mechanical aspects of the device, they don't look too terribly difficult to operate. It takes some elbow grease to get them to move, but moving them and aiming them is not the difficult part. In fact, it looks like, whereas the Kobold device you saw previously was very mechanical and it took a long time to move into position, you could, if you were trained and knew how to fire it, you could aim and fire once per round in any direction wherever you need to look. Actually firing the device, you don't have a great understanding on how the magic of the wand works. Birdie, you're pretty sure it takes a command word. You need to know an actual magic word to launch these lightning bolts. And Wendy, are you beginning to legend lore?
Yeah. I'm okay with getting interrupted though if people are like if they finish up their investigation.
You're gonna get interrupted because 10 minutes is a long time in a dungeon you guys haven't cleared.
This is just something that Wendy is doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I disconnect.
Good.
All right. Well,
Fine.
That's a bummer.
I guess
Meanie head, kind of a way to put it.
you said I could make a Tinker's Tools check to kind of temporarily disable it.
You guys have enough tools and weapons to destroy the mechanism so it can't be aimed. With a successful Tinker's Tools check, if you fail this check, it's destroyed. You can't repair it. If you make this check, you won't be able to move the device without a successful, I'm going to call it intelligence check that beats whatever you rolled. So what you're going to do, if you're going to do that, is draw the arrow in the direction it's pointing, and then write what your check was to shock the device.
All right. So we're going to...
Sorry.
I'm going to leave it pointed at that over there.
Okay.
And then we are going to... We'll just come back to this later. So that is a... Does reliable talent? Yeah, it does. So that'd be a... You said intelligence?
For you, it's a Tinker Tools check. Dexterity plus Tinker Tools.
Oh, okay. So in that case, it's a that's a 20.
20? So go ahead and write a 20 there. So later on, when my guys come up to see if they can repair this. What are the rest of you doing? As Birdie is setting to work, making sure this ballista cannot be swiveled.
Keeping lookout.
And then I'm
Looking
gonna-
where, Raazu?
Toward this this firing platform.
Okay. Consider it's still daylight outside. Outside you have no difficulty seeing. And then,
Yeah.
Birdie, you're going to come over and do this one?
Right.
Okay, you get it swiveled around. Now I need you guys to roll initiative.
Oh, I didn't get to say what Adrex was doing.
What was Adrex doing while Birdie was breaking this machine?
Once he realizes the ballista takes a command word, he just kind of sighs and starts rubbing it.
Like a lamp?
Yeah.
I thought you would just start
But
singing.
also,
Yeah, I was assuming you're gonna start saying words.
he probably would.
Don't you have a list of all the words in your journal you can cross-reference?
Plenipotentiary.
Is it plenipotentiary? Oh. I got a lot more words.
Only use the magic ones.
Birdie, you don't understand. This is a combination of my two loves right here.
Raazu,
Yes.
Lightning and...
you see black cloaks emerge from the stairs at the top of this tower. One of them immediately starts operating the ballista. The other one takes up position behind him with his bow. And you call out a warning. I hope.
Yep.
It'd be kind of a dick
Yes.
move if you didn't. Birdie.
Mhm.
2 more cloaks. Same thing on this side. And Birdie, you get to act first. You can use your action to make this Tinker Tools check if you want.
No. I mean, we've already killed these guys.
No, these are new guys. You killed the other guys.
I'm talking about the guys in these towers. So nobody's going to be using these.
I mean, the ache in your chest is still complaining where that arrow went in.
So, there's a code word, right?
There's a magic word, and there's without some way to, you don't have a means of identification. So
It's
Some-
not plenipotentiary.
someone's gonna have to tell you the word.
Can I make an active, like, I don't know, perception check to watch this guy use it to see if I can't hear him say the word?
I'll let you use your action to do that if you want.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good idea to me. I'm just gonna
You're standing really far away from him.
yeah, I know. I know, but I also have like a really, really, really high perception.
So what are you doing?
I'm going to shoot this guy with my bow.
Very good.
Does a 22 hit him?
22 will hit.
All right. That is just a. So that is 10 damage.
Do you have a magical bow?
Yes,
Okay.
I do. And Adrex, you have, and anybody else who wants to come over and get some of this guy, you have advantage on this guy.
Neat.
Gonna bring us to red.
All right, let's pull out the short bow. Which guy do I have advantage on?
Over here on Birdie's side at tower number 6.
Let's go ahead and take that.
What I love is that the numbers on the maps here are not consistent down to the floors of the towers, because they're numbered based on like each map individually.
That'll hit a 28 on armor class.
That'll hit.
This is a magical bow, thanks to the bowstring. So 34 damage.
34. Okay.
Is Windy currently being magical bullshit?
I don't know what that means.
Are you still doing the ritual with
Oh, yeah, but I'm going to
stone?
stop.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll give Windy advantage on her next shot against this one.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
It's gonna bring us to Windy.
All right. I am going to sadly put away my magic stone,
Okay.
and I'm going to pull out my bow because Red so kindly gave me advantage. And I'm going to test the weight of it a little bit, make sure that it works in the wind. Use my Kensei bullshit on it.
Are you?
I'm within 60 feet of it.
Yes.
That's a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
26 to hit, actually.
Either one will hit.
Yeah.
Take your pick.
I used a 24. For 20 magical piercing.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot it again. This time without advantage, so without sharpshooter. And that might still hit. That's a 15 to hit.
15 does not hit. The arrow goes wide. That arrow is going to
Alright.
be unrecoverable.
That's fine. 3, 4, 5.
What do you think? Arrows grow on trees?
I'm very disappointed with you. I'm going to. Is he? Does which of these two looks like they're trying to like what? Which of them would be able to move the ballista?
One of them is actively moving the ballista as we speak.
All right, that one. I'm gonna fly over
Okay.
and actually, I'll just stand here. I'll just get in range of both of them.
Let's fly there and land.
Yeah,
Okay. Is that it?
yeah, I'm good here.
Okay. All right, make sure that I track this accurately. We're going to fire at red because it pleases me to do so.
Seems like a poorly considered idea.
Red, I have a 17 to hit you.
That's my armor class, yes.
Okay. 15
Like, I cannot
points
support
of
this.
lightning damage.
Gonna uncanny that.
Okay. And you are stunned for 6 rounds. This lightning arcs off the tip of this ballista. Windy, you would be blinded by the flash, except...
Yeah.
And Raazu, this lightning bolt very narrowly misses you to your left. As you swivel aside, you see red get lit up.
Does that end after the end of my 6th turn or their 6th?
At the end of every one of your turns, just count up 1.
Okay, my turn. Got it.
This one is going to take the opportunity to fire some shots at advantage at red. He's not trying to attack Windy, so I'm not going to make him disengage.
Yep.
Let's kill red first, and then I'll figure it out from there. Red, I've got a 23 to hit.
That's a yep.
10 points of piercing damage from the first shot. And which one was that? That's the one Windy's beating on. Okay, second attack is going to be a 13 to hit.
Nope.
We'll say Windy grabbed that one out of the air and threw it down into the courtyard. That seems reasonable.
Take that, jerk.
All right. I'm actually not super... Oh, yeah. See, that's what I'm looking to see right there.
What part of Red's body did it hit?
All of it. Zapped him in the torso, and his whole body lit up with electricity. And now he's just standing there, his muscles arcing unnaturally as the electricity is coursing through him. Let's do Birdie now. Birdie, I've got a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that it hits.
16 points of lightning damage, and you are stunned for 5 rounds. So each of your turns just count up 1. In fact, I'm going to keep track of that here, too.
Did Red fall over prone, or is he just stunned?
He's just stunned. He hasn't fallen over at all.
Okay.
Don't forget you can speak haltingly. Have
Yeah,
that on
God
good.
forbid you would forget that. And then I'm going to have a couple... This guy shoot you a couple times with advantage because you're stunned. Wow. Looking at a 10 to hit
No,
and an 11 to hit.
no.
That was with advantage. And looking around you, you see... They wouldn't make it yet. 2 more emerge in this far tower. Same configuration. One takes up position on the ballista. One at the edge with his bow. And the same thing back at this tower as well. These guys do not have a chance to attack this round because they had to move up into position. But their lightning and arrows can undoubtedly reach you from there. And that's going to bring us to Adrex's turn.
Brick.
Yeah.
When this one fired over here, did he speak any kind of command word?
Not that you heard.
Okay.
I'm gonna. If you make an active perception check on the same round that he fires, I'll give you a chance to overhear it.
Alright.
Okay.
Adrex, what's up?
I have advantage on this one, correct?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to attack this one.
What? Okay.
Get him.
All right. I'm using my longbow.
Are you now?
Yes. That is a 20 to hit.
Longbow.
20 will hit.
All right. 4. 13 piercing. And please make a strength saving.
A 5.
Fails. He takes an additional 9 damage, and he is sent 15 feet flying.
Okay. And the shock, the impact of your arrow just grabs this cloak. You just see it lifted up off the ballista and disappears beyond the side of the tower.
Yeah, they do that, but he bought some time. I don't know. I have advantage on this guy. I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
For 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Cool. 13 piercing.
For 13 piercing damage. This is the one that Birdie's already attacked. Yes? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that arrow impacts and does not send him reeling over the edge, however.
Right.
He's not stunned or anything. He was just pushed, correct?
Yes, he was just pushed. Yeah, let's hit him again.
This is your third attack.
It's going to be a 13.
13 will not hit. Arrow goes wide and is unrecoverable.
Adrex. So,
You cut out on me there. What's Adrex
You
doing?
cut out.
sidle up to Birdie.
Okay, and his
Birdie's-
body is just racked with electricity, and teeth are grinding together, and you see where his muscles are all tensed up, and his eyes are bulging out of his head. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay, it's going to bring us to Raazu.
Raazu moves up, grabs Red, starts dragging him back downstairs.
You're dragging Red downstairs, so it's going to be
Yeah.
difficult. County Square is difficult terrain as you move Red.
5, 15, 25. That kind of.
You're just getting him into that room
Yeah, I'm taking him below.
on the third floor.
Yeah, and
Okay.
this is the 4th floor, right? Yeah.
Yeah, fourth floor is the top. You've got open air above you now. You're outside. Okay, so yeah, you get your arms around Red and you drag him down the stairs, and you can just feel the hard tenseness of his muscles that he cannot contract properly. It's going to bring us back to Birdie, so you're stunned for 4 more rounds. And then back to Red, who is stunned for 5 more rounds. And then back to Windy.
All right. Adrex and Birdie are both a lot smarter than I with magic, especially with like tinkering stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the monk's disengage on this ballista. I'm gonna smash it so he can't turn anymore.
Okay, I'm going to give this guy a reaction to stop you from doing that.
That's fair.
So make yours. How are you destroying it? Like, because you don't have any tools on. Well, what tools do you have? I should ask.
My tools are just going to be. I am just going to take my longsword and just smash it into the thing.
So you're just smashing it with a weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make a straight strength check, and I'll oppose it with his strength athletics. You know what? I'm gonna oppose it with his dex acrobatics. Maybe not acrobatics. We'll just stick with it with strength. I've got a 6. How'd you do?
I got a 14.
A 14?
Yeah.
Okay. So you managed to cleave through the mechanism. So it's pointed in this direction.
Yep.
And now it no longer will move. That's what the
Was that an attack roll or was that a action?
That was your action, smashing the mechanism on this. And he tried to parry the longsword out of the way, but all he has is a long bow, and you're much stronger than he is.
All right.
So the
And
thing can
then
no longer swivel.
I am going to.
What do we call that? The monk's disengage?
Like it was when I disengaged from that thing by shooting it in the face. Can I use my bonus action martial arts to try to kick my way through this one?
No, it needs to be an action, not an attack.
All right, then
You used your
I-
full action to destroy that.
Yeah, that's fair. Then I am going to fly over here. Sorry, I'm just counting out the spaces to make sure I got it. And get in front of Birdie.
Okay. Are you actually disengaging from these two guys? Well, one of them's used his
Nope.
reaction. You're not.
Nope, I'm not.
He's gonna swipe at you with his longbow.
Swipe with the longbow.
It's a 13 to hit. That's the only weapon
No.
I have. So yeah, as you leap back and take flight, he swings out with the longbow, but misses you entirely. And Wendy touches down over here.
And I'm gonna just get in front of Birdie.
Get in front of Birdie. So you're staying on this square. So you're blocking Birdie from this direction.
Right, from the... I can't block Birdie from the new people.
Yeah.
But I can from the one that he just got shot by.
All right. Well, it is the new people's turn. This guy can't fire. I think we're gonna do lightning first. Let me do some invisible calculations on my end.
Yep.
All right. So Adrex and Wendy are not yet stunned. Let's see if we can do something about that. Wendy, we're gonna go for you first. Is he? He's not more than 60 feet away. Actually, he is. This one here. So he gets to roll an advantage against you. Wendy.
Yeah.
I have a 26 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
13 points of lightning damage. And you're stunned for 3 rounds. And the other guy from this edge of the tower, make sure that I have enough range on this. This is pretty far away. You're inside of its disadvantage range, Adrex. Oh, actually, I need to keep me honest, guys. Every time I fire a lightning bolt, make sure I mark it off because I have to make sure that I'm doing that, so I can't just.
Yeah,
fire
let me look over and make sure you're doing that.
Yeah, let me look over your shoulder.
Adrex,
I just need the URL to the lightning bolt sheet.
I have a 13 to hit you.
13 does not hit. Did I go through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do.
Just looking at some quick stuff on my end. I dislike doing this, but I have to introduce a quick retcon. Wendy, you're not stunned because this one can't fire at you because it didn't have any shots left. It shot all
because it already shot me.
last week. It shot at you. So you're not stunned. That didn't happen, and go ahead and take those hit points back.
We should have
And
just
Adrex,
been like,
his lightning arc
Yes.
went completely wide.
we just need to grab Wendy and throw her back and forth in front of these towers a dozen times before we went in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy is going to take his 2 shots against Adrex.
Just put
Are
Wendy
we
on a stick.
within?
Yeah, you know kobolds have scorpions on a stick?
He's rolling a disadvantage on these shots too because of how far away he is. Adrex,
Yes,
I
sir.
have a 25 to hit,
Let me check my character sheet.
right?
Yeah, no, just got me.
Is that good? That'll do it?
That'll do it. Roll a disadvantage.
I have to put some new guys on my sheet here.
Like, I'm morbidly curious. What did the other die say?
They were both 19s. So
Okay. Never
18
like that in
points
my-
of piercing damage.
All right.
And the other one misses. And coming over to Tower 12, now that I cannot shoot lightning at Windy, they're going to attack Birdie, who is stunned. Both of them are. Alright, here's where I get to kill Birdie finally. Hear all those D20s?
Finally.
It's the sound of glorious deliverance. Here we go. Birdie, it's going to go real bad for you, son.
Alright.
Like, real bad, real quick. Okay, so I have a 20 to hit.
Okay.
And I have a 22 to hit. Neither of... This one didn't have to disengage. So the first arrow is going to do 13 piercing damage. Second arrow is going to do 11 piercing damage. This is magical damage, by the way. The other guy rolled 2 natural 20s. He also rolled a 3, but I can ignore the 3 because he also didn't disengage.
I might be down.
You
guys.
might be. Are you down right now?
No.
Okay, so first arrow, the critical hit. 26 points of piercing damage. Second arrow, only 5 points of piercing damage. Oh, I'm sorry. That was also a critical hit. 8 points of piercing damage. Now how are you looking?
2/3 of the way down.
You're like, I really wish that Windy hadn't depleted that guy's lightning, because then I wouldn't have got shot twice. Okay, so these guys... Have they done anything this turn? I haven't done anything with these guys. And see if I can get Raazu here. Oh, Razu's downstairs. She's not even standing there anymore.
Yeah, I pieced out.
Okay, then they're also going to fire at Birdie. Birdie.
Yep.
I have a 23 to hit.
Yep.
And a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, so this one, neither of them had to disengage. Or we're just doing one at a time here. Keep myself going insane.
Uh-huh.
Birdie, first arrow is 19 points of piercing damage. Second arrow is 8 points.
Ouch.
Are you down?
I'm looking. No, not yet. Almost.
All right, here we go. Second guy.
So
2 arrows. I have a... I have good news and bad news, Birdie.
What?
The good news is I've got an 11 to hit with the first arrow.
All right.
The bad news is I've got another nat 20.
Okay.
Well, you can't die from just one hit.
I guess that's also good news.
Also, when you go unconscious, you'll become prone.
and they'll have disadvantage. Yes.
Does unconscious remove the
20
stun
points.
status?
Shut up.
20 points of piercing damage. And no, he won't go prone. His body, unless you reach over and tip him over, because he's completely standing stock straight. So 20 points from that arrow. How are we looking now?
Okay. I'm down. I had like 6 hit points.
So you're unconscious. And
Right.
Windy and Adrex, his body goes completely rigid, and you see his eyes roll back at his head, but he doesn't fall over. You could tip him over, would be fine. All right, that's going to bring us to... Oh, and at the end of this turn, 2 more appear off in the distance
Right.
here.
We
Adrex,
have to.
you can see them pretty far away, coming up from this stairwell, moving in the direction of these 2 ballistas.
Okay.
That's going to bring us to Adrex's turn.
Tell me more about these walls. Do they provide any sort of cover at all if we like crouch prone behind them?
Yes, you got battlements here.
Okay.
These guys firing they're going to be firing up at you, and I will give you partial cover if you're behind one of the battlements from lightning and full cover from arrows if you're crouched down behind one of them. The battlements, they're fairly high up and they're maybe spaced 2 or 3 feet apart. So if you move next to a wall, you can just tell me if you're behind one or not behind one.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do.
Mhm.
1, potion of healing in the birdie's mouth.
Okay.
Birdie, you can roll that.
That's what, 2d4?
2d4 plus 2.
2, 3, 5 hit points.
Right.
So you kind of tip it into Birdie's, pry his mouth open and tip the potion in and massage his throat so it goes down. And Birdie,
Adrex
your
shouts.
eyes just shoot back open and everything is still really horrible.
Get down! 1, 2, 6, and crouching. He's
Taking up position
wants to-
behind one of the battlements.
Yeah.
He's still stunned though, isn't he?
Yes, I
Birdie's
am.
still stunned, yes.
Oh shit. But he's prone at least, right?
No,
If you knocked him over, he is.
Is that an action? Can
No,
I just?
you can just hit him with your elbow and he'll
All right.
fall over.
Yeah.
He falls.
Pixel too fat.
He falls over, prone on the ground at Wendy's feet, still stunned. Lands flat on his face, just because that's funnier for me. And then you're moving over to here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's gonna bring us
And-
to.
Taking up a position that tries to reduce as much incoming damage as humanly possible.
Raazu, through the arrow slits in the room where you're dragging Red down the stairs, you see flashes of lightning and you hear the cracks happening
And you
above
hear-
you.
Jeez.
And you hear Adrex shout, "Get down!" in a really weird Austrian accent, whatever that is.
What the hell is Austria?
So what are you doing down there in this room?
I'm
Fantasy
leaving
Austria.
red. I'm leaving red in place, poking my head up to see that take stock of the situation.
And
Adrix
taking
is moving
stock,
back toward these
Adrix.
stairs.
No, Adrix right now is crouched down behind one of the battlements, which is offering him cover from the people down on the keep. You've got people out on this far tower. These guys both have bows. This far tower back here, and one guy back here. They're swarming in all
Raazu.
directions.
Raazu shouts to Wendy, "Get Birdie below! Get Birdie back over here!"
And are you going
Wendy,
back below
give him-
yourself?
Raazu also says to Adrix, "Yeah, Adrix, you get down here too."
No, working on it.
Is she going back
Yeah,
below?
I'm going back down below. Yeah,
Okay.
she's going back down below.
That's going to bring us back to Birdie is stunned for 3 more rounds. Oh, Wendy's not stunned at all. Get
Nope.
rid of that. Red is stunned for 4 more rounds. And that brings us back to Wendy.
All right. Do some quick math. All right. I'm going to fly over here.
Oh no.
Okay. So add about 15 feet to your movement because you're flying down onto the roof of that keep.
That should be fine. Okay.
Okay?
And I'm going to break this ballista.
Okay, there's no roll necessary because nobody's here to defend it. It's still
Fly
pointed in this
back,
direction.
which is the end of my initial movement.
Okay,
Step of the wind.
that's a bonus action.
Yep.
Okay,
And I'm going to grab Birdie. And 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
Monks are bullshit, you guys.
who missed on
70.
4?
I can't get myself into the staircase, but I can drop Birdie down it.
All right, Birdie, roll.
You're welcome, Raazu.
Birdie, you automatically fail a dex save. Roll 2d6.
No, he doesn't. He's got help. He's got hit points.
Oh, that's right. You can make a dexterity saving throw to not take damage when you're thrown down the stairs.
But he's stunned. He's automatically fails saving throws.
McDohl
Stop helping.
What?
Birdie, roll 4d6.
Am I rolling 46?
No, you're taking 7 points of falling damage as Wendy chucks you down the stairs.
Okay.
Let me make a
I'm
note
down
here
again.
that Raazu dies next. Okay, done.
I'm down again, by the way.
Whatever,
Fall
man. You're out of the range of that lightning. See, Raazu would be angry at me for doing that. I feel like Birdie will be grateful.
Birdie
Okay,
doesn't.
my dudes.
Birdie has a concussion now, so he won't remember.
These guys have to dash to get into position, which they do no problem, but they don't have an action to fire with. Wendy might be in range, actually. She is. She's right there. And this is number 10. Does number 10 still have shots? I see that it does, so we will stun Windy before we do anything else. Is that within 60 feet? Yep, just barely. Okay, so not rolling at advantage. Windy.
Yeah.
I have a 13 to hit
Nah.
as this arc of lightning explodes just over your head. This guy here... Guys, make me do a lot of math in this encounter. Like, a lot of math.
Listen, if it makes you feel better, you could just say we win.
Win equals 1.
Gonna get number 6 here to fire. Adrex has partial cover behind the battlements. Can you get both him? Oh, no, he can't, because it's not... You can't... I'm thinking of the lightning bolt spell. These actually cannot hit 2 people, even if they're in a line. Adrex.
Shit. Yeah.
I have a 24 to hit. Remember, you can add +2 to your AC for partial cover.
I'm so proud of that battlement plan.
15 points of lightning damage. And stunned for 2 rounds.
I don't care. I'll push you all down the stairs.
Okay, and... Number 12 has no lightning, but they can both fire at Adrex. And they're firing from a direction where Adrex does not get the benefit of any battlements. See if I can knock 2 of you down to 0. Okay. Adrex, I have a 24 to hit.
Yep.
I have a 9 to hit.
No.
Okay, this guy did not have to disengage. He's way over there. 11 points from the first arrow. Second arrow misses. Third arrow, I have a 6 to hit. That was with advantage. Fourth arrow, I have a 12 to hit. Again, with advantage. That was this tower over here. This one's going to... That was his lightning, their arrows. Okay, this one here, I can try to clip Windy. I already did try to clip Windy. They've already gone. These guys up here, I can try one more time to clip Windy.
Didn't you use those guys?
Did I? On this turn? I don't think
I
so.
think you did. Okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, no, they've still
Fine.
got lightning
All right.
strikes. Windy.
Yeah.
I have a 14 to hit.
Nah.
Lightning once again explodes above your head. And Adrex, who is stunned, I'm going to give you 2 more arrows from that tower. I'm such a generous guy. This is the worst at advantage multi-attack I've ever done in my life. Holy shit. 13 to hit and 9 to hit.
No.
2 more arrows sing past you, but do not connect. And that's everybody. Okay. So he didn't need to use his archer ability. That's going to bring us back to Adrex. You're stunned for 1 more round. And then it's going to bring us back to Raazu. You heard many cracks of lightning above you.
You also heard Birdie bounce as he down the stairs.
Raazu pulls Birdie out of the stairwell and administers some healing.
Okay.
Birdie, gain. Let's see, yeah, gain 20 hit points, and possibly a fishy odor, except not really. It's Osprey without the fishy odor.
Are you moving or staying put, Raazu?
I'm staying put down here.
Okay, Birdie, you're stunned for 2 more rounds. Red is stunned for 3 more. And then it's going to bring us back to Windy, who's not stunned at all.
All right. I am going to... Yeah, that's a diagonal. I'm going to tip Adrex down the stairs. Everyone's going down the stairs.
Adrex.
Ka-thunk, 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 ka-thunk.
8 points of going down the stairs damage.
And then
Thunk. Thunk.
He lands on Birdie.
I'm going to 20, 30, 40. I'm gonna break their ballista.
Okay, it's going to be an opposed check because he's standing.
No
on
one
it.
gets any ballistas.
No one gets any ballistas. We might do something with this. Now, that's just not fair, just knocking him over like that.
I knocked him over. I'm going to
Belief point that.
yeah, I'm with that for fun. Funsies split.
Right.
15.
15. So yeah, we can destroy this one here. This one is... No, I'm going to draw a line, because that one shot Adrex here. Just draw me a little arrow on that line, so we know which direction it's pointing.
Alright.
Very good. And let's put an X on it, so we know it's busted and cannot be aimed. Now what?
And now I'm going to alright. Memorize the current situation, and then I am going to step of the wind and fly back and go down the stairs.
Leaving threat ranges?
Leaving threat ranges.
Okay. I have a 4 to hit you,
No.
and I have a 4 to hit you.
No.
So they both swing their bows as you leave, but neither of them.
And I can just make it down the stairs.
Now, are you, like, falling down the stairs like everybody else did?
No, I mean, that would be fair, but I'm going to not do that.
But the world is not fair. All right, let's go ahead and
Yeah.
save floor 4 here.
They didn't want to get pushed down the stairs. They should have been a monk.
And bring up floor 3. And yeah, you guys are back all in this room right here. Some of you more injured than others. And after not quite a full minute, the rest of you who are stunned managed to shake it off.
Birdie wakes up, goes, "Why?"
Oh, you were awake the whole time.
Like you.
Well, he was unconscious for a few
He
seconds.
blacked out.
Yeah, he was
for-
that's
unconscious for
true.
great swaths of that.
So, now that you have felt the full brunt of the lightning ballistas, why don't we go ahead and take a 15-minute break? Everybody go ahead and get your coffee, get your bagel, whatever you got to do. We'll put Elizagirth on screen there, and we'll reconvene at about 5:25.